back, or we're here.
Just getting started. Thanks for stopping by.
Welcome to Socially Cultured. All right. And we are happy that you are here. Yeah. We are just going to introduce what the show is.
So today we are going to introduce myself. I'm
Who
Constance.
are you?
I am a certified trichologist. I am a scalp solution specialist. I like to educate. I'm a natural hairstylist, and I am experienced.
More than experience.
More than experience, but no, I've been doing hair for about 32 years. Long time.
32?
Yes.
You've been doing hair longer than me.
Ooh.
You're not older than me. That doesn't mean anything. 32 years? Mm-hmm. Wow, okay, cool. Go on.
Yes. But no, yeah, so I like to help people look their best, feel their best, give them confidence. And my main thing is getting people out of their bubble. I love to just introduce new things to all my clients. So, yeah.
Yeah, she does. And one thing about her, she didn't say that, is she will tell you if she thinks you don't need something, which is what a good hairdresser does. She won't just shut you down, but she will let you know if it's something that you should do or something that you shouldn't do.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
Right. So my name is Kim, and I am also a cosmetologist, hairdresser, hairstylist, whatever you want to say. I am a content creator, and I am an educator and a wig maker. And I've been doing hair for 27 years. Ooh, that's a long time. 27 years, and yeah. Oh, and I was also an educator with Matrix, who creates Biolage, but that was for a very short time, but it was still a very good time. So that's pretty much all it is about me.
Yeah, so together we bring about, we're just going to put an estimate of 60 years of experience.
I think it's closer to 70 now, because you said 32.
Yeah, right? I've been doing hair for a long time.
A long time.
Natural hair at that, so.
Natural hair and locks. I don't know if that, I know that's natural hair, but you do locks. Free hair.
Yes.
And there's a difference,
right,
from what I was told by her. So where are we located?
We are broadcasting from the heart
of Dunwoody,
Georgia.
Which really we're just gonna say Atlanta.
Yes.
They might say that rapper, she might say that's not Atlanta, but we're just gonna say Atlanta. Cause we're like how many minutes? 15?
Yeah, but on all my pieces of mail they say
Atlanta. Because really, Atlanta is across the street.
Yes.
Which might also be right here. So
you can find us by putting in Dunwoody or Atlanta.
Yeah, you'll find us. Now, we are in a beautiful shopping center right across from Perimeter Mall, if you guys ever want to come and visit us. Yeah. But like we said, we're close to everything. We're so close to Atlanta, Midtown, even
surrounding metro areas.
Yeah.
Neither one of us live in
the
city. So we travel just like you would if you don't.
But a lot of people do. A lot of people travel, and a lot of people travel in to see us, which we are very thankful for, from not only Georgia, but outside of Georgia. So I think being where we are is a really great place.
Yeah, definitely. I would say the number one location that I've ever worked in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it's the best spot. It's the central spot. So thank you guys for joining us here, but you can find us every week right here on YouTube and on any other social platforms. We'll drop those in the comments below. So today, what are we going to talk about?
Today we are going to dive into the business of beauty. Just trying to figure out what type of mindset it takes to run a beauty salon, or a hair salon, or a salon studio, kind of whichever you choose to do. Just trying to get you out of the stylist mindset more
Yeah.
into the owner's mindset.
Right. Well, first, I was gonna jump right into it. And that's what you guys are gonna see that we said we have a script that we're gonna use, right? But as hairstylists, stylist mindset, but also people that talk to people every day, all day long, we're just going to kind of like flow with it.
Correct, because I am not a good script reader, but I will follow it.
Yeah, like everything has a foundation.
Correct.
Right. So like she said, there's a stylist mindset and there's a business owner mindset. So what is the stylist mindset?
So when I think of a stylist mindset, it's almost like working for other people. There's a lot of things that they don't have to encounter, a lot of things that they don't have to take care of. They really just go to work, come home, and they kind of decide who they want to service and who they don't, and that's just that. They like to count the money. The money is very important, which is important to everyone.
Yeah.
But as a business owner, continuing clients, return clients, that's where the money is.
Right.
A lot of stylist-minded individuals get one-time clients.
No, that's yeah. She's right about that, which goes into the business owner mindset. You can have the stylist mindset, which is all of that stuff, especially if some of the things that Constance was saying, when you only take the clients that you want to take, that only comes from being in a studio or salon suite if you're by yourself. If you are in a corporate salon, which is where I started out, I kind of went back at like booth rent, which wasn't for me because I wouldn't go get clients because I was shy, and I had bills to pay. But being in corporate salon, typically you don't have the option as far as how many people you could turn away, which is good because you
learn how to deal and talk to clients and deal with different situations. Because even though we do hair, we are not hairstylists, but we counselors. So many other things. People come to relax, to be stress-free. You know, they come for other reasons than to get their hair done. So a lot of times with a business owner, you have these return clients who may come in with an attitude one day and they may love you the next. You know, you got to learn how to deal with it, but it's just the relationship.
It's human too.
Correct.
Unless they always have an attitude and they're always rude.
I mean, yes, I understand. But
you can be human and you can just not be a good person.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I feel like people should be able to fire themselves. For me, I've never fired a client, but there are times where I've gotten to a disagreement with a client. We get over it and we move past. Now, is it the only disagreement? Probably not. But, you know, I love the people who come in my salon. So I would try to treat them as if the way that I would want to be treated. And sometimes you have to give a little more care because sometimes you don't know what people are going through outside.
You have to give grace. I think that's your, is that your business? I think that's probably your business mindset. Did we say what business mindset was?
Not business. We were really just talking about stylist and owner, but there is
so let's talk about the
mindset as well. Correct.
The owner, which is the business owner mindset. What is it?
I feel like as a business owner, you really focus on how you want your business to grow. And sometimes you'll do things that you wouldn't normally do or deal with. I.e.,
take that customer and give them more grace.
Yeah.
Because you see beyond.
Correct. Because sometimes somebody may come in from a situation that they left at work and, you know, it was bad. And some people just come in. We all come in with an attitude.
I have an attitude lately.
And it's not necessarily the person that you're talking to, right?
Yeah. And my clients give me grace. And they're like, you're just here. I do apologize. That's something about being a human, but also an owner type thing. Yeah, and you have to apologize. Even as a stylist, if you do need to apologize. It's not your client's all the time. It's
correct.
eventually it's you.
Because it could be a client that sometimes I will have a client that I have to prep for because I know she's finna kill it. And I have people looking at me like, Constance, what's wrong? And in my head, I'm just trying to get my mind up because I know this next client that's coming in is a heavy client. Like they come in with heavy.
Oh, their things. They have a lot of weight.
Yeah, and it's hard to explain, but sometimes as a stylist, I feel like God put me in that position to help relieve some of that.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Everybody's like their life. She's not a fluffy. She doesn't just come in. She got real things, and she wants to get her hair done. And you have realized that she obviously must treat you a certain way too, though, where you can handle her.
I can handle her,
and you don't take it personally
with the right mindset.
Yeah.
But if I don't prep my mind,
not like that. Yeah.
I'm like a barking dog. But
so you right.
But no,
that makes sense though.
Yeah, and
that's another business owner. That's awesome.
Yeah, because with the stylist mindset, baby, they be
ready to kill you.
You know,
right now, you blocked forever in a day.
But some of those clients
they're gonna keep the money.
Yeah, they tip. A lot of those clients that have those problems, they may tip better. They come more often. And a lot of times they're not coming to get their hair done. Some people don't come to get their hair done. They come
for other things.
To have a stress relief, you know. It's like, oh, I couldn't wait to get here. And then they just talk about
like how I go to the movies.
Yeah.
I go to the movies because I like movies. But I really go in there. I do look on my phone. I do post. But I go in there because it's the only place I feel like, oh, you can't get up and go. I mean, you can, but you paid to be in there.
Right.
Can you just sit here in the dark for a few minutes? Yeah.
But yeah, so just figuring out what works for you. I feel like if you want to be a stylist, then be a stylist. I come to know.
Because you can do that.
Correct. I've come to know that sometimes you realize that people that you work with, it's hard for them to see you grow or to help you grow. I feel like they would have a hard time being a business owner.
You said people that
work with you
where?
Just in a salon setting.
Like in a traditional salon
setting? Even I feel like it would apply anywhere for any business. If you have an employee that can't see y'all growing together, I feel like it'll be hard for them to grow alone. Because at the end of the day, it takes a team.
Right. So like I said, I was in corporate salons, which after my going back and forth and round and round with that, just because I always wanted a salon. I had gone somewhere to get a business plan done, like the small business thing through Jackson State, help you do it for free. And I didn't get approved, and I was sad or whatever, but I've always wanted one just because I have my own ideas, right? And I've always been like, oh, we should do it like this. And you can't go into JCPenney and say, you can, but you can't, because that's not your business. But as I grew and like matured, I realized that, like you said, everybody doesn't want to be an owner, have their own thing. And a lot of people don't even want to just work somewhere where they are told things because they just automatically don't listen. And then they say, girl, I'm gonna quit. And if you get next to them, because they don't have a growth thing, they just gotta like, I want to do what I want to do.
Situational, like right now.
And they're not trying though. They don't take the customer. They don't want to learn anything new or even what you're supposed to know. And they want to bring you in and you can get brought in with it. But what I had learned from the corporate side is that business part, is that you have to like listen to your own self or get around other people that are doing things, whatever those things are, because then you'll see yourself wanting to grow or learn more. Like somebody might not do what you do. Now that they want to learn, people don't do what you do, but by working around other people in a corporate setting, maybe you learn how to do colors or cuts, or maybe you maybe you just learn whatever stuff, and then you can take that into opening your own business.
Yeah.
Side note, but no, segue.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that someone coming out of beauty school should go straight into a salon suite? Is that our next thing we're going to talk about?
I mean, that's a great question. It really depends on what they have to offer. Because if you think of a business, you can think of it as a puzzle. Like every piece needs to be fit into this puzzle to make a complete picture. Now, my puzzle is not complete yet. And it's hard to figure out which piece goes where.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of
trial.
Anywhere.
Like
it just trial and error, right?
Yeah.
But, I think with someone who is determined to make it, yes, they could go straight into a salon suite. But at the same time, with that note, they would still need to take classes.
That's what I was.
They still got to learn, because coming straight out of school is not the same as working in a salon whatsoever.
It's not. I think what did I do out of school? I went to dang, I don't remember. Oh, I did. I ended up going to the JCPenney salon, and I did not want to go there. I did want my own salon, but I didn't want to go to JC. I wanted to just go out and be like a big time celebrity hairstylist.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we didn't even have salon suites, but there was this lady that owned like a whole block, and she actually had suites, and I didn't know what they were way back in whatever year. They were makeshift suites, but I didn't know what they were. Mm-hmm. So I think for me, I got to learn how things work, like structure.
Right.
I always like schedules. I still love schedules. Okay. We're gonna have times and all that stuff. I learned how to, different product usage, because when you're with yourself, you only can get what you can get, like money wise. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just learned a lot of things. But anyway, I think for certain people, like she said, you could go right in there and do good, but you do need to take the classes.
Yeah, you gotta
stay
stay
around somebody or something.
Yes.
For both sides. The learning of the hair care.
Yes.
And you got to take it upon yourself to take the business classes.
Correct.
However that is.
Correct. I'm learning now that, planning and forecasting and all of that is important to grow.
Yeah.
Because even being a business owner with a business owner mindset, and I don't have business owner
you're still in the middle.
Rules, yeah.
Well, I think you got rules. You just haven't implemented the strategies. You're starting to.
Correct.
Learn what those are.
So I guess, yes. So coming into being a business owner, it was kind of something that I just stepped into without looking or researching and, learning the finance part. I just knew that I wanted people to come in. I wanted to do healthy hair.
Okay.
Work with people who are, losing their hair, alopecia, and letting them know that there are styles that they can wear outside of a wig.
A wig.
Yeah, or weave, right?
Or braids.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Because you do stuff that can help. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just braids.
Right. So
you wanted to help. You wanted to take your skills, your ideas, and help people. That was usually though, that's why people start a business out of their passion for something.
Right. And
then you have to learn when businesses close, it's not because their passion was not there. It's because they didn't have the finance part.
Definitely.
To help them grow, like the minds to keep the money. Not even that they were just wasting the money. They didn't see the growth. They, like you said, with forecasting. Mm-hmm. I was like, so I do have some money. Well, I made money. That's the word. I made money.
Right.
You actually see, you did make money. You thinking, well, I don't have it. You had it though.
Yeah.
And you didn't even probably shop with it like you You say, well, I didn't go shopping and things. I paid. Yeah, but you had money. So if you saw where everything was allocated to, you'll be like, oh, I could have taken 5,000 to do this because that was little, not extra.
Right.
It's basically your budget.
Oh, definitely. I
gotta
learned
see it. It's hard.
to probably after being in business for 5 years that I needed to pay myself, so that was something that came later.
Like a real pay yourself,
correct,
right?
Correct.
So have you started?
Oh yeah, I did that about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But it was, I was already in business and never even thought that, hey, this is how I needed to structure my finance.
So what were you doing before?
I was just like a stylist-minded person, taking my money and just doing what I wanted to do.
You were taking care of business, but it was no separation of business and personal.
There was no separation of business and personal because I felt like all of it was mine.
Well,
so it wasn't like a business structure at all because I feel like all the money went into one pot and I spent it the way I wanted to.
I think that it's not even. You didn't say it's bad, but I can see how easy that is. Like, what I always think of is I missed my paycheck. I didn't miss how much my paycheck was. Mm-hmm. I missed, and I still do, and I'm going to work on that. I missed that it has, okay, they took this out, they took that out. Every tax, all this goes to taxes. Oof. Y'all need to, you post how much money you got. You did a braid for this amount. You did a sewing for this. Are you paying your taxes? That'll be something you got to, we're going to talk about later. But taxes is the major thing. But so then just like everything's already taken out. So now you have whatever you made. I do like that because it's like a done for you thing. Mm-hmm. And then when you step into business for yourself, you gotta, technically, if you had started that way, you should have gotten however you do that. Mm-hmm. Back then, I guess it would have been accounting. But now there's so many other ways. Yeah, but you should have just taken it because it's hard.
I think it's harder because how even from one thing that is the same between a stylist and an owner is that we receive money the same way, right?
Yeah.
We make money daily, right? We accrue money.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna have that today, but that's not your money. Like
you gotta
don't
learn
you get some
how to
money
separate.
Today? Can you get? But it's not my money.
Because in my head, when
it's
I
not
first
my shoe
started,
money. Not my shirt. My kids do this money. It's
because you get paid cash. It's not so often now that you get cash because there's so many different apps. But even with the apps,
it's still
if you have kids, you sending them money that you made, or
because you still get money every day, or however your pay cycle. You might get all your clients paid you today. Mm-hmm. You're still gonna get that tomorrow. It's not you waiting 2 weeks or twice a month. Yeah. You can click now. You can click pay out, and the fee is not that. The fee is not that much money. Even if you made a lot, it's still not that much.
Right.
Which is all still. Yeah, it's really hard to get out of a stylist mindset, even when you feel like you are a business owner. Mm-hmm. There's this guy named Seth Godin. He's all about marketing. Mm-hmm. He's a freelancer because he says that he's, you know how we have this thing that we do, people, and we're like, no, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner. Technically, and I think we might have learned, well, I don't know if Bernadette has said that. Technically, though, I'm not an entrepreneur. And it kind of make you feel away because if you're not, he said he's a freelancer, like, because of how he gets paid. Now, he makes money and everything. Mm-hmm. Lots of money talking. But he was like, there is a distinction between the two. And an entrepreneur, and somebody might not agree, but it kind of breaks it down where an entrepreneur, like do you have employees? Mm-hmm. Do they count? So you will be an entrepreneur. Basically, a business owner is... An entrepreneur or business owner is someone who has employees, somebody whose structure is set up as such. Mm-hmm. I'm just me. Even if I put myself as an employee, it's still I'm just me. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to not be an entrepreneur or whatever the big word is, because I have a business, yes, But the way that my business is run, even with me doing everything right, it's just me. So until I get employees, then it structures another way, which means also you have to handle your business a whole entirely different way. So
yeah,
I
and
think if I
it would
get out
be
of
great for
words and types
someone
and stuff
who
too.
is also watching to even come on and help us with the structure as far
Yeah,
as explaining the structure,
like
because
breaking
structure
down
is
what structures are and who needs what.
right.
It doesn't matter.
Sometimes we need an actual template. We don't need you to say, "Oh, make a business plan," and then find
Right.
you. You know, we need what it entails. What does it take? What questions should we ask?
And people in our industry,
Correct.
like in the beauty industry,
Look
what
at
is it? What is it? Don't say just go get an LLC. Well, turns out, I don't know. I'm not going to say that you're not supposed to. But some people like, okay, let's say the corporation. I jumped and got a corporation. For what? Only I did look it up, but at the same time, we need somebody who exactly says, this is what you need. This is what's good for you. Not because Instagram
and
or
why,
whoever.
and you know,
'Cause
and
if it's just
what
you, what do
direction
you
does
need
it
a
project your
corporation
business
for?
to go into? Because people will tell you to do an S corp, or people will
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you to go
yeah.
to LLC.
Yeah.
But it's just telling. It's not really giving a background on how you need to actually structure the business
And how it works exactly for you and what you got going on.
even all the way down to projections and to figuring out what type of taxes and how you're going to do your taxes and what's best.
Because again, if you're just yourself, unless you have, now I talked to somebody, she doesn't live here anymore, but she had it structured with her accountant where they really did have it, where her set amount, she was paid a certain amount. She had an assistant at one point, but I think overall she was just telling me that they made it so that her thing is her and her business is that. But it was set that way. Because at the end of the day, when I talked to my old SCORE mentor, and by the way, you can have a SCORE mentor for free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, score.org. And they have a whole bunch of people, marketing, whatever you need. But usually these are people that they're usually retired at this point, but they've either had their own Fortune 500s or major companies, or they've been in some business for a long time. So you get that advice from people who know exactly what they're talking about. And lately there have been people that were in beauty, or like maybe they did retail for beauty. They might not be in your state, but you can still talk to them.
Oh,
so
nice.
one guy needed accounting advice, and you got to stick to it. But I talked to him and I said I did not know what to do, and he was like, I think I said like sole proprietor or whatever. I asked him, and he said, well, do you have employees? And I was like, no, sir. And he was like, so really, you don't need an accountant right now. You do need to have, like he said, you can just get a template. Yeah. So he did say do that, but he didn't say get an accountant, because he said, do you have the money for that? And he said, really, it's just you. And at the end of the day, on your taxes, you're still a sole proprietor. Because he was like, you don't have any employees.
Right.
So he was like, right now, he said, don't waste money on certain things, but do the money for this. So it is good to actually have somebody who knows what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it. But at the end of the day, to have a basis for running your business and not just jumping out there.
Right. Yeah, and I feel like even as a business owner and being in business and growing my business, there's still struggles, right? There's still struggles of figuring out what the next move should be, or the next one of my biggest struggles as a business owner is that I do have employees, and just kind of figuring out what I can do to, help them succeed along with the business.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's definitely great, but it's hard because there's a lot of, I don't know, everyone, it's merging everything into one. So it's just like a lot going on. It's hard to plan. It's hard to work all day. It's hard to drive home, like for me, yes. So as far as being busy and having the time, that's a struggle.
So you mean having the time to handle your back end?
Yes.
So I read something the other day, and that's what it was talking about. Teams.
Okay.
I either read it or I watched it. I told you I watch a lot of stuff because I just like to learn a lot, and I like to listen to stuff. And they were talking about teams. Teams is another thing. You know how everybody last year in 2023 also was like, I got me a team. I'm about to get a team. Does everybody need a team? Not everybody, but also you don't think about what happens when you do get a team. Now for you, I think I didn't tell you this, but I think it's pretty dope that you have a team, because anybody that wants a salon, like I want a salon, clearly I don't want a big old space just for me. I want all the people to be there, but I also want us, since I was on the team and I had to learn this way, she had her way that, like, let's say it was the Kim way. And these people that were under her or worked in her salon, yeah, they had their own thing, but it was still an overarching thing of this is like what we do here at this salon.
Correct.
But then you're dealing with human beings who think, like my uncle has a salon and he now finally has somebody who's been there after all these years that he's like, it's working. He's like, I like her. I think her name's Ashley. But my uncle said it was always hard to, either he would teach people, as we should. Somebody that's under you, that's knowing something, you want to teach them, they probably teach you. Right. And then they start thinking like, you can get bigger than the person. You should. You want you to grow. But you get bigger in your mind, meaning like, I'm about to do what I want to do. That's what you're not going to do in somebody else's salon. You're supposed to grow, but you're a team, meaning you each go off of each other, and you don't be like, y'all come over here. Yeah, or like, they didn't teach me this, or I'm about to go. It's got to be a way to do it, and it's hard to deal with people. But I was going to ask you, because you also do hair, like when I was at my old salon, he was the manager, but he did hair. Some salons, they don't do hair. They just manage. Okay. For him, it was very overwhelming because he was like, I just want to do my client's hair, but he also was our manager and we liked him. But it's a lot of work. So he would delegate, and then we didn't get paid for it. But like I like doing some things he had me do. Do you think it would be easier where you have to have one person under you? Because like you're the head of everything. You're gonna need somebody in the middle. You know, like it might be your artistic director, it might be your whatever name you give them. That's who's gonna have to help manage those people.
I think that for me, the way that I have been doing it, I'm okay with doing on-the-spot training because it's hard to let someone do it the wrong way and then try to tell them the right way. Right. But just in the moment, just trying to figure out. So what I did back before I even got employees, I wrote down, I was into figuring out my structures and my procedures and all of those things. So I wrote them all down. And with the steps, I can just look from here to across the room and know that's wrong, right? And that's what happens on the floor for a good teacher. It has to be right. And so me, I try to correct it then, but as far as having someone that's like in the middle, I think they would have to be there long enough to know all those procedures. But is that what you were saying? It wasn't the back ends. It was the on the floor training. Is that the part you said you find that it's hard? No. It's not hard for me on the floor training. Yeah. I actually pretty well like that. Because you're the teacher. Right. So it's more so the back room. That's what I mean. Somebody's coming in. Because even like, just say I have a marketing person. Yeah. He does really, really good. But it's like he's not marketing the things that I would want to market. So I feel like I need to go in and come up with the structure or the. You have one, you said? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he does marketing and he does it a good job, but it's not projected in the direction that I want to go. I want to talk about unspoken things, right? But it's your marketing. You paying him? Yeah. Okay then. That's what I'm saying. But that's the hard part for me to get off work.
Oh, and
And
get with him?
to get with him and write these things down and
Where do they go? Do they come to your mind, or have you, because you haven't written them?
Yeah.
So do they come to your mind in the moment?
Yeah.
Like, you probably doing something
like, ooh, I need to do this. Yeah.
What can you like go to your notes and just say it? I know you have to stop.
I don't really work with my phone like that, but that's
What to your, or
I mean, there's so many things
that
that could be done. It's just
no, I know. Like my kids be like, Mom, all you gotta do, no. I know that part. It's the me doing it. Can you like take my arm and, or can you do it for me? Like,
right.
So when I can think of 1,000 things, it's the implement. I can't just. It usually happens when I can't do it.
Right.
I know what to do.
It's knowing what to do.
That makes sense.
And it's just being tired in the moment, right? Who wants to go home? Just like people don't want to go home and work all day and go home and
go
cook
work
and all that stuff. I don't want to go home and work. So sometimes I just go home and take a shower and go to sleep.
So yesterday, and this was actually yesterday, I saw something.
Okay.
And it was talking to me, and it's gonna talk to you. I told you I was tired. You said you was tired. I've been so tired. I think just, I don't know. I don't know what it is, age, but I don't like to feel tired because it makes me feel off. I don't like to be off. Okay. It's kind of like I took Benadryl and I didn't. And then I'm just like, I don't like to feel unproductive. It feels like I'm just lazy or whatever. So then when I want to do stuff, and I know I should do the stuff, so I just can't bring myself to do it, and I wasn't like that. But I saw yesterday where it was like, I think because I was looking up stuff for this topic, and it said to take time. So one day, that's a lot. Take one day, but maybe not the whole day, but take that time to do the business only stuff. And that's because we do. Now, I know what your face is doing, which is probably what I do, but I was going to say.
No, what I'm going to say is Tuesday is that day.
Okay, that's what I
have that day. I've had that day for the last year.
Well, look, no, that's what I was going to say. Because I'm supposed to have a day. It's been a year. It's been 6 months that I was supposed to start an education series. And I keep saying, God, give me what to do. And lately I've been like, okay, you already told me. I just got to get up and do it. Right. Because I'm like, Monday, you don't work on the computers. I think we could do it to like, if we have time, because you have this space. We have time, and this is how this stuff works, okay? But I think if you have a partner, if we could take a few minutes just to write down those things, because with me, I'm very creative on my own, and with certain people, it just goes like even more, which is how like this video is kind of just us flowing. It's some of what's on this script and a lot of what's not. Right. But when you're around two people that are creative, but they don't negatively clash with each other. We clash, but not like where we can't talk to each other. Not barking dogs. Yeah, like I just can't say, no, I'm right. It's not like that. I think that will help because we can just now, it's probably flowing what we're supposed to do. Because otherwise, once we leave out of here, we have other responsibilities that it's not even to ourselves.
And we multitask. I think so for me too, because even though it's the business part, it's other things that I'm trying to do in the business.
Oh my God, so much.
It's so much, and it's all in one basket, right? So I'm trying to do my education courses, and I have ebooks, and then I have another ebook, and then it's like, which the marketing guy, he wants me to make videos, and I'm like, I am not a video person. So for me to be on this is big for me. But I don't YouTube, I don't create reels.
And yet she's here. So again, for that part, I would say this is where if you have a partner and when you have
find one
or a salon suite, like a lot of times in salon suites, probably the only reason that we are doing these videos now, we started 2 years ago, is that we actually talk to each other. When you go to a salon suite, it can just be you, and that's okay. It's very personal, and that's great. A lot of clients love that, and you probably would really like it too, because that's why you want to go there. But you have to also, I would say, take a minute to step outside of your studio, even if it's for a few minutes. You might not even talk a lot. You don't have to. But when you speak to someone, maybe you find that one person that you like there. It's going to help you in a lot of ways, because now you're going to feel like you have a partner in your journey, and you won't feel isolated. And there's going to be days where you feel tired. You don't want to write things down. You might have an idea who you're going to talk to like you used to at your school or at your salon you were at. Who can you trust? Who's going to say, no, girl, we both do hair, I'm about to take her clients? It's not like that, really. These people don't even want extra clients a lot of times.
I think when it narrows, when you narrow it down from even just between us, our ideal client is just different. The clients she attracts and the client that I attract, they're just different.
You usually attract people like you.
Right.
So if you mean, you're attracting some mean clients.
I'm not that wild, but we watch Tubi in my room.
Oh, we be watching Tubi, but then some of my clients too. I'm like, girl, did you watch this? They say you had the good movies. I'm like, I don't. But they be like, I ain't watched it.
It be them people that come in there and be
you
like,
don't even think.
What are we watching today, y'all?
I love that.
I didn't even watch this.
But you watched it in here.
But then it's like, well, what's the name of this?
Right. They be like, what channel? What's that? Tubi is free. Download it. It's probably on your TV. And you ain't got to sign up for nothing. This video is not sponsored by Tubi, however, but Tubi, if you'd like to sponsor us, please contact us.
My saying is to be or not to be.
That is the question. Now, Tubi is the thing.
It's definitely pick and miss with Tubi, but a lot of the plots are really good, even though the camera view sucks. But
sometimes it don't. Especially the ones from from Marcus Houston, from Immature.
Oh no, those suck.
No, they're not on this. Me and my client, she said we got to watch this one.
They'd be all right.
She said you got to watch this one, and she said, Kim, it's so bad, it's good. And I was like, okay. It was supposed to be some not gangster, and it was in Atlanta, and they just was like the gunshots.
It was pat.
Okay, imagine that, but also you imagine like
the
what is that, Batman or something from whenever it came out, they were like pow. But they had the words. At least they had the words, pal. This just had like a spark. Like if we were editing this video and we put like a pew, and then after the pew, then the person was like, oh, why was it in the Matrix? But I was like this.
Just stuck.
Because it's almost like, is it really this bad that it's this good?
To be or
not to be? I will be on a Tubi movie. I'm gonna get that.
I got a Samsung.
We could do
with a Samsung.
That's what they be doing.
Yeah, my iPhones. I'm sorry, we going off topic, y'all. We ain't gonna do that to y'all.
We are though, because if you don't mind being off topic but on topic, then join us over here. Yeah. So let's do segment 2 real quick.
Yeah, segment 2 is the
detangled moment. Okay.
So with this, we're going to take a deeper dive into what we've already been talking about. So it's like, what are the biggest challenges stylists face when trying to transition from an owner mindset or to an owner mindset, and how can they overcome them?
All right.
I really feel like it definitely starts with like procedures and daily duties, the finance, and just trying to understand people when they come through the door. Like, I feel like people come through the door with baggage.
Is that something you know? First of all, did you come from a salon to your studio?
I have been studio bound.
You came.
I did come from a salon that I was there for a short time.
Okay. That was your first thing. You were at a salon.
Correct.
Okay.
And I felt like a slave.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
So
a lot of people do though.
I don't. So where I worked at, the owner was not a stylist, just a business owner.
That can be.
And so I was on a commission. The commission was 50-50, but nothing was provided. Absolutely nothing. All of the products that we use, we would have to purchase them from her at full price, as well as not being able to communicate with the client. So for me, it was more of a slave salon because you had no say so into anything.
Oh, I got so much.
So no one wants to work like that, right?
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Oh my God.
It was rough. And I think one of the roughest things is spending all your money in the salon trying to take care of clients that you couldn't talk to. Like that
Meaning
was rough.
You couldn't talk to them outside.
Oh, so just say if you were running behind and you were like, well, can I let the client know I'm running behind? And she's like, oh, well, can I call them? No, I'll call them and she'll let them know. Or if something needed to be rescheduled or if they needed to bring some hair or whatever the case may be, like there was not a number given. Or sometimes the client will be like, well, let me text you these pictures for the next time. And she'll be like, no, don't give her your number. She can come up here and we'll do it up here, type of thing. So it just was, it
had a
not
bad
fun.
taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it was not fun. And so now that I have stylists, I'm like very open with them. Like I'm okay if they contact the client. I'm okay. I'm just okay, only because I feel like people are going to go to who they want to go to. Now, even though people come into my salon, Prevail Natural Hair Salon, they still go to different stylists, and I'm sure they like different stylists over other stylists. Now, we do swap seats because I might do the client this week, and another might do her the next time, which is fine. We don't really hold bias to who sits in whose chair, but everyone has their favorite. So if it's a moment to where a client leaves the salon, I'm okay with the salon or the client going with the stylist. Because at the end of the day, people are going to spend their money where they're comfortable. I just want to make sure that people are comfortable regardless. And not everybody feels that way, but at the end of the day, I feel like I have created a very good atmosphere for others to come in and work and feel like a part of the team and not just underneath me.
So, yes, you took your bad situation and that's what you try to have for your salon. So for the question, I think that the biggest challenges stylists face when they're trying to transition is the lack of knowledge and education and to know exactly what to do once they even have that. I think that a way that, so the challenge would be, where do you go to service your client? Are you now going, because I actually talked to somebody Saturday, and she's new to the studio, and she and another person that wanted to come, they said that from them leaving from where they are to come to their own studio, and they had clients, lots of clients, but those clients were of the places, but the place did not say you can't have your clients. It's just that's how they got them, right? Yeah. And they're not hairdressers, so that's different too, but still the clients come specifically for them at their other place. They feel like, are they going to lose clients? That's a challenge that a lot of stylists face when you go even from one salon to the next salon. It could be an open floor salon. It could be the world famous salon. Stylists always worry, are my clients going to follow me? How do I keep them? How do I get them to come? And am I going to be able to pay the bill for the studio or suite or whatever they get, or chair? Are they going to be able to pay the bill? And then all the other things that come under that. But mostly it's client moving in client transition and retention, and I would say money. How can they overcome them? To me, from what I had to do is, the main thing, realize not everyone is coming with you. But not because of hopefully something that you've done. Don't take it personal. It's just what, like Constance said, people have a choice. Like, we decide we want to go to this store or that store. We like this kind of coffee or that kind of coffee. Realize that it's not always personal. if sometimes the client takes that as a chance from what I was taught to go somewhere else. Maybe they liked you, but then they want to try Shay Shay Salon, and now you're moving. Now it's a good, easy split without having any issues. They don't want to cause conflict because they probably actually liked you. Or they might not have liked you and they're just scared they don't want to ruffle feathers. Maybe you didn't mesh well with them. It's a good, easy split. So just don't take it personal. What you can do though is make sure that you contact your clients, let everybody know, because it makes you just look professional. Let your clients that you service know. Give them the opportunity. Give them something, an incentive. It's not all about, I'm going to get them over here and charge them $200. Maybe you charge them $150. I don't know. Give them an incentive to move over. Let them know, hey, if you can't move over, you can go to Sarah. She was great in the same salon.
Yeah.
Do those things.
Also, too, knowing that location is
the number
key.
one thing.
Some people have a 5-minute radius that they're just willing to travel.
And some
if
of them
you
don't.
move out 8 minutes,
That's it.
They probably don't want to go across 285, so they're just going to find someone on the other side. Or
parking.
Correct. So definitely location. Even with us being in a salon suite and wanting to have our own brick and mortar, like it depends on where we go. I may lose clients if I know I'll lose 100, probably 100% of my clients if I got a salon by my house, which is an hour and a half away, because it is horrible to get there during traffic.
And now we have traffic all the time here.
Man.
It's not back whenever I moved here. It is all day and all night. So even for us to get to work, sometimes we're like,
yes.
But then we don't change because this is a very great location.
It's a great location. But yeah, definitely figuring out a good location. And setting the atmosphere in your salon.
And it's
like,
not
what type
with
of
your
atmosphere
snacks
do
and
you
stuff.
want to create for that salon or that business? Like, does everyone say hello? Or does one person say hello? Do you do consultations in your chair? Do you do them at the shampoo bowl? Like, all those things make a difference. And making that client, regardless if she comes once or if she's been there 100 times, actually having that client be comfortable.
Because at the end of the day, back to the business owner and stylist thing, it is about the customer. She might take a side note. She says she takes all the customers, but I think because those are your people.
Mm-hmm.
Who you date and who I date will be she's married. But who she likes, who I like, might be two different things. Some people be like, girl, I don't know how you with that man. That's her man. Her, whoever she is.
That's
Sarah's man. Sarah know how to deal with him.
That's like he going to Walmart and people who go to Target.
And they be like, I don't like Walmart, baby. I actually enjoy Walmart and Target.
It's just.
I mean, Target don't have what I want.
They don't have what I want either.
And I used to go there for the kids, the girls' clothes and the shoes and the maternity stuff. And it's not the price. It's like sometimes Target, y'all be doing a lot for nothing, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I just go where I want to go.
I ain't never walked in Target and seen $1 clearance rack. We just
girl.
In Walmart, baby, you gonna walk in $1.
But also, that's yes, she's right. We ain't trying, but again, like she said, there's people that like Target, whatever y'all want to call it, and Wally World, Walmart. That's okay though. You got your Target clients and your Walmart clients. Everybody's still trying to get the same thing. Maybe you even service both of those clients, the people who want this price and the people who want that price, as long as you're clear about what your thing
because
is.
I like Walmart and none of my clients really go to Walmart. Most of them are Target ladies, because every time they come in with something cute on, I'm like, well, where'd you get that shirt from?
Online, she didn't get it in the store.
You like Target?
I'm sorry, y'all, but I ain't found it at Target.
Every time I go, I don't find it either. But
the online stuff is amazing. And this is not against Target. If you want to sponsor us, please do so. And Walmart, I don't know, but still, it still just shows you what different type of people. But at the end of the day, it's what you set. And it's what you set in your salon as to who you attract, what you set up. If you side thing, if you set up a certain thing, if you want to be luxury, I'm gonna need you to be luxury yourself. Meaning, have not just your price says luxury sewing. What's in your sewing? What do people get for this? People want value. They're willing to pay for value. That's probably why they may say they go to the Target as opposed to something else. I don't know. Sometimes people like what things look like and they're still getting the same cheap old thing. It's all about perception. You perceive your salon to be a certain way. I need you to carry yourself to be that way, because once those clients come in there, they will find out the truth, and you may only get her one time. Yes, you said earlier about somebody might come once or they may come continuously. That's something you learn in these classes, where if you go early enough, you get the business part. You go to the color class, you're supposed to go there early enough to get the business part. It tells you what is the value of a client. The value of a client is how much money they spend with you over time, not right then. A stylist will look at it as she come in once, and this is not every stylist. This is that stylist who's just trying to get the money. She comes in once. Yeah, she paid $1,500 for this. I don't know why she got to have this attitude, but I just feel like when you be like, yeah, he paid $1,000 or she paid $1,000. That's how people act. Okay, you don't care if she comes back. I do. I would rather have 1,000 if she comes back every 6 months, like on her schedule. Her schedule is 6 months. She pays $1,000. That's not tip, right? Because she wants to come back. I don't want her to pay the $1,000. You got your money, and I'll never hear from her again because it was my fault. And I get another lady, and I'm never getting the same people. And it's because not because they moved out the country and they only come here.
They're not liking.
It's because they don't like you.
They not liking the service.
It's not something you can guarantee.
I've learned too that stylists, just say stylist mentality versus owner mentality is customer service.
That's the number one.
I think the elevated customer service. And there's probably stylists out here that give just as much care as anyone else would, but sometimes they're hard to find. They
don't get as much recognition.
And a lot of times I hear my clients, they'll try because we're booked. They may try someone, and they may be an Instagram stylist, baby.
Which is basically Google, so it's not to say anything bad, but Instagram is your Google. But say what, because I already know what you're gonna say.
But they don't go to those stylists because of all the rules. There's like 15 rules before they
in capital letters.
And then when they get there by the rules and they're following the rules, the stylist might come 2 hours later.
Can I got my chat hand up.
Okay.
We have a question in the chat. We got a question in the chat. We don't, but we're gonna have a question. This is what I think the question would say. I booked an appointment with somebody, and I am here just 2 minutes late. It's because I did text them and I asked where it was because I couldn't find it. And my appointment has been canceled and I have been blocked. I tried to contact them and they won't respond. What do I do?
It sucks.
That's your response?
I mean, it sucks because it happens so much to where it's normal. That's a normal thing, and unfortunately, I can't say if that's a business mindset or a new business mindset, because there's the way people ran businesses back then are sometimes not the way that we run businesses now. Of course, I was part of the older generation where things were different. Just in general, I feel like young kids, the way that they are is what they've grown up to learn. Like
I actually like it though. I'm gonna tell you what I like about it. Just like us, we were new stylists and we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
There were things that the people did before us that we was like, yeah, no, it's not gonna be me. And we changed some of those. We took some of those things and we kept them, and some things we didn't do. I'll tell you one thing that we didn't keep. I didn't. I'm not about to have 400 people waiting for me and all their appointment time is at 10 o'clock. I don't like that.
No.
I don't like making people wait unless sometimes things come up, but just because you're looking booked and busy, no, you're looking unprofessional. And just because all them people came doesn't mean that it's right. The thing that I like about the younger, and it's not even age, I think it's just they say new stylists, but the census on social media has been, it's not just the young people, even though they have let it, is they're not going to put up with everything, because I hate to tell y'all, is your client, the client isn't always right. Just like the customer isn't always right. And it's a client and a customer thing. You have to have structure. You can't, if the person has a policy, regardless of whether or not you like it, if you click accept, I think that means you accepted it. Does it make it right? I don't know, because that's that person's business.
It makes it right once you accept, because at the end of the day, and if everything acknowledgement that you're going to abide by those rules.
Right. If there was a change in the rules.
But as with any other thing, I mean, grace period is a grace period.
But if they don't have a grace period and you still clicked accept,
then that's not a business-minded person.
It's not, but you went there. But what you won't do next time is you won't do that again. And you're right. That's not a business. They don't want your business.
Those to me are one-times. And another thing that's different from a business-minded and a stylist. Stylists will open their books up for 30 days and close it down. So on Wednesday at 12 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. I had heard you wrong, because I was like,
every Wednesday on the 15th, they open their schedule up for 30 days.
Open, not everyone, because some people do that. I think you can do that in certain types of, I don't know, because I don't do it. But I know I think you can do it in certain types of beauty business, but I think you still gotta have a window there to open it for people and not say,
so mine would
they're trying to create exclusivity, I think.
I don't know, because in today's world, a lot of clients who are return clients, they plan, right? They need more than 30 days. Now, I give my clients 90 days. Now, I used to give them 365 days, and baby, they will book till Christmas.
My book is open all the time.
But I can't allow that, because then if I want to take a trip, I have days and days and days of people to cancel. So I went with 90 days.
Now,
but even with 90 days, it's still a lot.
It's still a lot what?
As far as my repeat clients want to book for 6 months.
I mean, I have clients that book out through the whole year. If anything happens, they're always asking me, Kim, aren't you going to be gone? And I'm like, so for me, my thing is I need to take time for myself by marking myself time out so that I won't, even though they're okay with it, it's me. I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, I forgot it's Christmas, like I have done. Who don't know when Christmas is?
I mean, but you got
time, and the clients that are my clients, they don't, but that doesn't mean they wouldn't book Christmas Eve, because if the book is open, the people are coming. Right. That's something else. If you open all year, all day, somebody's coming. You better learn how to create that time for yourself. Yeah. So that's where I just don't know how much that allows the people that maybe they're saying they don't want new customers. Because when somebody had that worked in where we work, she doesn't work anymore. She even for her client, like her repeat ones, my client was one of them. So I just asked her, like, well, you always go. So she's like, I gotta be ready. Kind of like Beyonce drop. To me, I don't like I don't want that pressure. I think if you have the book like that, maybe for your new, this is my opinion, it's not y'all, but if you have that like that, you open up something else for your main, like they get something, like how you have exclusive VIP, right. And then for the new people that like, I just now found you, now I know, but then I become someone where we've built up that thing where, it's available to you here. Kind of like a Macy's VIP sale. Y'all get to come in. And that's too. I think it helps both sides.
I just think that Consistency,
my
being consistent.
They are consistent.
I mean, they're consistent, but inconsistent at the same time, because just because you open up that schedule every Wednesday or every 15th at 12 p.m., you might only have 2 days available for the whole month.
No, that's exactly how it works. And then you know what I noticed? Now, I don't know, like, my daughter, she has that, but it's working for her.
Mhm.
But I think she has some other things she did. Because I was like, and these are our kids. I was like, trying not to tell her what to do, but like, girl. And I guess she was basically like, this is what I do. And she's firm with it.
Mhm.
But I think she got something else with hers. But with the other person that I noticed is that I was like, okay, but it's working, I guess. They say that, right? Then you can't get in. And you just looking like, I can't get my braids done. Then they open up, I have a squeeze in day. I said, that's what they doing. And the person who wants to squeeze in day, not that person who missed it, because she probably had to go somewhere else now. But now your squeeze in time got filled. So is that what you're trying to do? Create like to me, it's too much. I like to know what I got going on.
I mean, that's true.
But I see what they're trying to do.
I feel like with that, it's more so making it seem as if they're busier than what they really are.
But that's right. Right.
But who wants to do it with
somebody that does that? Because you know what? There's people that want that. So,
everybody attracts everybody, but there are a lot of complaints about that.
There are complaints, and guess what? Just like we still have stylists who
all get complaints, though.
We still have stylists who still book people at the same time frame, and everybody's appointment is at 10. And so that means you're going to be there all day. And people complain because they tell me, but why do you keep going? My uncle and I talk about this, and he's been doing hair since I was 7, and I'm not 7 anymore. Let's say almost 40 years. Yeah, 41 years? I don't know, almost 40 years. And we always talk, he's like, Kimmy, they still do that. Not at his salon. He's like, people still go, but y'all complaining. And this was like back in like when salons were good.
Well, that's because a lot of people don't
still go.
Because they used to it at the same time.
I think they don't also know where to go.
Well,
they like the stylist. They like the hair.
Correct.
And they don't know where to go.
I am very, very timely. Most of the time I'm on time. It's really when my clients are late.
It's not because of you, it's someone else.
Correct.
That's what happens to me too.
Correct. Which it ain't.
And that's normal though.
Because even though I'm in the studio, I multitask a lot, so I can pretty much get 3 clients out at the same time.
I'm messing up stuff. I'm messing up things. You can because you got that rhythm.
But I look from working by myself and trying to stay on time that made me pick up time.
But that's also still how you are.
Yeah.
Either you were somewhat like that and you got it, you made it better, or you're inherently that's the kind of person you are. Some people they're the other kind of person. They have to learn how to do it. But I would say too, if you have people coming to you and it's working, I always say, why would you change it? Not me, the person. They have people coming to them. They have people that want them. They have people that refer them still. Mm-hmm. They complain out there.
Yeah.
They might even say she ate in front of me, but she was supposed to be doing my hair. You keep going. So why should the person change it? They should because it's the right thing to do, but honestly, they don't see, unless their business closes down, why would they change it? But hopefully we have given you guys some tools to be less of just your stylist mindset. I want you to have you some stylist stuff, but you do really, if you're gonna have your own
it's
business.
Almost like being in a relationship and being a girlfriend and a wife. Like there's just certain things that you change. You know what I'm saying? You grow as a stylist when you merge into being a business owner. So making sure that even though you have a stylist mind, that you can actually apply the business owner part to it. Because you don't, like Kim said, you don't have to have employees to be a business owner. I mean, you can be a stylist with a business, but at least it elevate your practices to help you grow.
So what's some takeaways? What's some things they should do to start shifting from the stylist mindset to the business owner mindset as a hairstylist
As a hairstylist.
or whatever your beauty, because I think it's barbers and all that too.
I would definitely say have a plan, like a plan for growth, a plan for business.
Which is your business plan.
Which is your business plan, but if you like me, if you call it a business plan, it sounds so difficult.
and it sounds so office. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's just not the same.
The
fun,
the creativity,
right? Because with a business plan, people think of structure, and it has to be a certain way.
And it has to be written. It's just your idea for your business.
Correct. But if you just have a plan of growth, start with that. Start with your goals,
because you've written it down already.
Correct. Yeah.
Or it's either in your mind or you've written it down.
Yeah.
That's your initial business.
Right.
Plan.
I think words make things difficult. So if you say business plan, it's like, ooh, how do I do that? But if you say write down your goals and the plans of growth,
it's already in your affirmation book or your journal or your phone.
Yeah, and then you apply that to a business plan.
That's it.
That would be definitely a good idea. But to just straight out say I need a business plan, it just makes it sound
sounds
so
like
difficult.
Forecasting and
because now you're searching how to do a business plan.
And then you don't probably understand. I'm not saying you do, but it's so very structured. There's so many things that you also be like, can it even fit to here? Because it's usually always talking about Joe's Tire Shop or Jack's Donuts. It's not talking about
there's so many other ways just as a business that you can apply yourself. Like you don't have to always be behind the chair. I'm trying not to always be behind the chair.
So learn to delegate.
Yeah, learn to delegate and ask for help if you need help. Get help from your clients.
You do need help.
I'm always asking my clients for help because they work in fields that can help me propel as a business owner. So
and perhaps they can come and talk to us.
Oh yeah.
At the Gap or whatever. Hey, we're back. Somebody else that knows something that can help you, and then that's all about having your people. I need some people back.
Yeah, definitely. And invest in education, take classes.
Any classes that can benefit you and your business.
Correct. It could be a class that you already, a silk press class or a braiding class, even though you already know how to do those things. I feel like you always take something away from just doing, simple
If it's a good enough class, it doesn't mean pricey. It just means
it could be a free class. It could be a webinar. It's just so many things out there. Just don't be a YouTuber. Like we gotta get away from always trying to learn something on YouTube.
Or just always trying to be cheap.
Yeah.
Which a lot of things are free, like she said, like this recording, this video is free game for y'all. But then there's stuff that you could do where you pay or you might invest in something. Just do something so you can learn. A last thing is track your numbers.
Correct.
If you don't know where you are, you will not know where you're going.
So invest in QuickBooks. Do something simple, something that you can learn. If you don't have the ability to hire someone to help you with, but I'm sure it's a client sitting in your chair that can tell you about QuickBooks and how to do it, and just use all of.
There's so much stuff out there.
There's tutorials as well, but you could do QuickBooks. You could use your apps that you have to book your clients. A lot of those apps will kind of help you track your numbers.
A lot of them have reporting revenue.
Correct.
They send out emails. They have a lot of stuff that you don't want to do on your back end, but you set it up. Some of them are a little more automated than others as far as like how good they look. I don't like stuff looking old fashioned, but it's still there. So you can find the software that works for you. So those are 4 things that y'all could do to get you started. And
if you have questions, don't hesitate to drop them.
Send them to us because we need the questions so we can answer them.
Yep.
And if you have any ideas or if you have any advice, you could just send it to us. Put it in the comments and let us know. Yeah.
This has been a really nice, fun time. We kind of stayed on topic, off topic.
We were off-topically on topic.
Yes. Yes.
So is there anybody you want to shout out?
I would just say shout out to all the viewers because we don't know you guys yet.
We don't know you guys yet,
let us know who you are and so that we can shout you out next time for sure.
Yeah. And as we start doing this more, we'll get better.
Mm-hmm.
We're still gonna talk the way we talk. But you are gonna learn something, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna get to know us more and more, and then you'll see how we are and you can vibe with us. What is this? The time, everything, so many sounds. All right, what's that right there? We're looking on this thing right here. Oh, that's for us community. Y'all, we got a segment called Roots of Love. The segment will be where we do what we just did, but we take a moment to specifically shout out someone who's supporting us. And it's not someone who's monetarily supporting us. It's just where you highlight someone in our community, which is you guys. So
let us know where you're located.
Yeah. And if there's something that you're doing, maybe you're doing something to also help teach people, or you serve in some sort of way.
And you could have a business mind, just to kind of
just let us know so we could shout you out, because somebody else is looking for people like you. So we don't have a sponsor. But today we can be our own sponsors. Today's segment is sponsored by Prevail Natural Hair Salon.
Sure.
She said sure. Make sure that you guys stay tuned because she will get those ebooks ready for you. What are they about? Or is it private right now?
No, I'm actually giving the secret to caring for natural hair. So I have a short ebook, which is probably about 30 pages.
So y'all can read through that thing real quick.
And then I have this other one that's almost like a manual. It's over 200 and something pages.
So we'll be able to learn, like write down things too?
Write down things. It's definitely teaching, but there's quizzes.
I like quizzes and tests.
Yes. So telling some of the secrets on hair care that a lot of people don't think about or they're confused about, like what to do when their hair is protected.
Okay.
All those good things.
From an actual expert, because we can call ourselves experts. You do something over 10,000 hours, you are an expert. We have been doing this, what we say, about 7 years together. I think we got a little more than 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
All right, so that's really good. Other part is sponsored by me, Kim, Fifth and Harlow Salon, and Fifth and Harlow Hair. I don't have anything coming as yet because I am going to learn how to stop starting things. Because I also need help. So you'll see whatever we have, we're going to drop it down below when we start to get these things ready, and then you guys will be able to just click on them, and that way you can support us as we would like to support you. But it'll be really easy. You could just click on the link and then you can purchase those items. If there's anything that's free, like maybe like a business guide with those steps that we had, or anything that we could link you to, we'll do that. But it'll all be just where you can click it. You won't have to search for it. Correct. So,
and if you want to be featured in our Roots of Love community, or just engage with us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, tag us, comment, share us your story.
Send us some pictures of your hair. If you got a question, we'll walk you through that. We actually...
That'll be nice. Look, I would love that. If you're having problems with your hair, we will come up with a little section on our things that we can actually go in and kind of help you.
Yeah.
That would be fun for me.
That would be right up my nerd alley.
This is where we clash.
No, but this is where you will
get fun. Yes.
Yeah, because you don't want the same type of information.
Right. No.
I mean, you want the right information, but you can get two
different views.
But sometimes our things are the same. So she said, yeah, like probably not.
No.
If it's about coconut oil, it may or may not be.
It won't.
But she has made me dig deeper into coconut oil, and it's a lot of things with oils too that we'll talk about because things change and everybody has an idea, but at the end of the day, it's
everybody's reason for losing hair ain't the same. So.
No, so we'll talk about that. That's where you can get to think two forms of advice. It's advice, right? Yeah. So you get that. Now, what's coming next?
So today we were talking about the business of beauty. I don't think we have a topic for next week just yet.
I have submitted a few ideas. Do you think though, because we can hash this out now, not hash, that means we were arguing. We can do you think that we have wrapped this up as far as this part goes? Or would you like to
I think there's definitely some deep in some whatever that word. Deeper digging to be done.
That's why. Deeper digging to be done.
But it's kind of, it's so many different ways that can be dug into. So if y'all have any suggestions before next week, let us know.
So why don't we do this? Next episode, we're going to give you a small blueprint of exactly what to do, and we'll keep that short. Like how we said, you need the education, all of that. We're going to
create.
Yep, and we're just going to go down the list. It's not going to be drawn out. And then we'll link it. We will put it below for the next video.
Okay.
And then we'll just have kind of like
maybe pros and cons, good traits, bad traits type of.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And we'll just, because the business part could go, it's small, but it's big.
Right.
And we could either dig into it if you guys want us to tell you things that we learned about the money part, because that's the main part. Things that you have to buy, things that you need when you open a salon, studio. There's a lot.
Things to think about that's not thought about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we think about, but then there's some stuff that we may buy, and we'd be like, we don't even need this.
Yeah, and it's not what you think. So maybe next time we will just tell you guys exactly what you need to do to get started in your own salon suite, because that's where we are. That's our current expertise. You can apply that to a lot of things, but it's really more being in an independent salon, because being behind a chair as a booth renter is not the same thing as working in your own salon suite.
Correct.
So stay tuned for that. We'll talk about that next time. And we hope you guys like this video.
And also, because I'm so deep in
She's
my
still
thoughts,
thinking.
but I was also thinking we could include, and when I said traits, I'm just thinking of, even though it's the financial side, but how to provide good customer service.
So let's break it down into two. Thank you for joining our meeting. We'll do the first part with exactly what do you need to do it, and then we will go into customer service. What is that? What does it look like? Because if you have a basis for customer service, especially if you have not worked in retail or anywhere where you serve customers, then you have an idea, but you don't have a great idea. You only base that on how you want to be treated, and perhaps you don't even know how you want to be treated. And that's okay. And we're going to show you how and how that works, because you deal with multiple personalities, all different types of people, and you have to be able to adapt. And you cannot adapt if you don't have a basis for that. So now you've been in our little meeting, and that's what we'll talk about next time. Exit music.
But thank you for joining us today on Socially Cultured. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss out.
Subscribe. Click subscribe, y'all, and drop us anything that you want us to talk about. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Toodles.